They cannot get what they used to get again. When the government took over, they put every one of them.
We discovered the issue.
There are some people in the country, they're the one can even say wish for our government because you brought the government to power. So even when they are doing wrong, you cannot tell them because you brought them to power. And people who are there to tell the government, oh yeah, you are doing this, you are doing that, is not good. Sometimes the government can listen and change to do the better. These are people you stand to insult. President Baka, why are children crossing right today? 2 years now into your administration, you said we're not going to see this thing happening in the country, but it is happening.
The Liberian Council of Churches, it is something that they crafted from the World Council of Churches, which was meant to promote peace and justice.
We dig out the facts. We bring the issue to the public to participate.
I was children. Why they keep it over there for them to get money without
work? They're lying, looking for witness because they're not getting nothing off like that. No witness.
It is government that we have here. But it is clear that Baka is not in charge. What the guy will do, they want to take some money onto themselves, but they is not lima, then we can work on the shadow task force so that we can start working. And the very people that are involved, even the things that are happening in Liberia, you thought that you place them on the task force.
Issue in the society. We discuss critical issues affecting the nation against socio-economic issues standing to shape the destiny of Liberia. We discuss issues including poverty rates. Human rights concern environmental challenges with a lower percentage of the population struggling to meet basic needs. Human rights violations such as arbitrary killing issue in the society comes to you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. Join our panelists Aliyu Masale and Solomon Bakari from the US of A and the host Stephen Contour on Kings FM 88.5.
Exclusive from hotlbr.com.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they eat their man, they change their mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. When they were coming, they said they were liberators.
Pleasant good morning. Good morning. And welcome. This is we'd like to welcome you to the weekend edition of the program, Issues in the Society. With me, Stephen Conton, and my team there from the US. Aliyu Masale is there. Solomon Bakari Reeves as well. The both of them have joined us. And so together, we are going to drive you through up to 12 this afternoon. All right. So for those of you who are following us, as usual, all you need to do is to share the live video and invite other people to watch along with you as well. This is a weekend edition in Barcelona, Waketon, Bonshut Morgan Jr. Joining us. He's the, the Vice Chairman for Welfare, CDC Regular Intellectual Medicine. Thank you for joining the program this morning. All you need to do is to share the live video, and the rest of you. Let me bring on my team after that. Then I welcome every one of you, recognize you people, And just tell us exactly where you are following us from. After breaking on my colleagues, then I recognize every one of you. Let's begin with Solomon Barker Reeves. Reeves, good morning.
Good morning, Quanta. Good morning, Alio. Good morning to our wonderful people of Mama Liberia. And of course, good morning to We Nation. It is a pleasure to be on so that we can discuss matters of importance regarding Mama Liberia.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Solomon Barker Reeves. Let us cross over to our man Aliyu Masale. Aliyu, good morning.
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Solomon. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Salamu alaikum. Juma Mubarak. This is another Friday. Grateful to God. It's a pleasure being here as the family, as our country.
Yeah, the family is fine and the country is yes as well. What is happening in the US? Give us update. What is happening
there? The US is great. Yes, send our men and women in arms. They started making my weekend great and my whole week. Even though I'm not actually well, a few times back again with so much pain. But at least they are happy to stress free my mind and my pain. Wow. It's good out there. We are getting good update from Iran. And like the president and our security officer continue to say, they didn't go to Iran to attack civilians as Iranians are doing, attacking other countries around the world, bombing Israel, just targeting where civilians are. No, we are only there to shoot back at anything that will shoot at us. And we make sure that all that nuclear weapon site, the ballistic weapon, we are going to destroy everything, and they will never ever have the capability of rebuilding them. That's our mission. And when we accomplish, we are coming right back, and they're trying to their leader, supreme leader, son, he's the one they want him to succeed his father. But President Trump is saying no, and he need to be into it to make sure who is going to succeed him, because his son he's not qualified for that. So far, so good. And you see, I always tell people will say, oh, the other country, you came for America, they get the other weapon, not the quantity, but the quality. You see the drone they are destroying Iran with today. These are Iranian. America took for them, broadly, and upgraded it to American standard, and they put it on the made in America, so that their own weapon they're using. So you can get 1,000 missiles, and America get 500. But the quality of that 500, what it can do, your 1,000 can do it. Don't make that mistake. America is not your mate. Our prayers are with President Trump, our men and women in arms on the April 3 operation. We pray that we have a successful operation and can get back safely.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Aliyu Masale. But very quickly, let me recognize a few of our people who have joined us. And exactly by 10:45, we will have a conversation, like 5 minutes conversation with let me get this right. Yes, that will be very, very much important for us. Yes, so the Assistant Secretary General for Press and Public Safety, CDC COP, will join us on the line just for a 5-minute conversation to give us an update about our engagement today in Loking Town. But before then, let me recognize our loyals, followers via our various social media platforms, right? So Stanley Sharif is following us from the Broadville end there. Thank you. Bobby Poi is also following us here in Central Monrovia. And J. Larry Talu is also following us as well, and the rest of you. And he's following us somewhere around the, District 9 or so. Yeah, Venetia Junior Bar from New Crew Town. Standard, yeah, it's just been as we go on, we dive into this discussion. Your text messages will be read, but first, let me recognize every one of you. And for those of our regular followers who always join us via radio, traditional radio, Ma Sisi, Ma Wate, Edmond Carr, Patience Gray, and the rest of you, Samson David, thank you so much. If Street, Monserrato County. Yeah, so like I told you very quickly, just 2 minutes from now, we will be joined on the line by the Assistant Secretary General for Press and Perplexity, CDCCOP, Mr. Antonin, that's Sir Antonin, will join us on the line. Let us talk a bit about their engagement there in Loking Town today. Yes, today, somewhere around the afternoon hours, I'm told that they will be in Loking Town. And so, very, very quickly, we will soon join him on the line so that we can be able to have a bit of a conversation with him regarding their engagement today. And after that, we rumble through our discussions today. There are a lot of things to talk about here today. Things of national concerns, things that borders around, the well-being of our ordinary people, yes, and our country as well. So we will be looking into these issues, and you fellow Liberians, we are going to afford you the opportunity so that you can have your say on these national issues. So very quickly, let me see whether we can get on the line Mr. Antonin. That's Sir Antonin. He is the Assistant Secretary General for Press and Public Affairs, CDCCOP. Mr. Sir Antonin, like I told you, he is the Assistant Secretary General for Press and Perplexity, CDCCOP. Let's get him on the line now. Mr. Antonin, good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother, Mr. Steven Terato Konton Sr. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine, Mr. Antonin. It is good having you, and you are live on the weekend edition of Issues in the Society here on Kings FM. We have been told that the CDCCOP, an advocacy group, will be live in Loking Town today. So can you bring us up to speed? What the engagement will be about? What are some of those things that you people are expected to engage in? Can you bring us up to speed?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ponton. It is a pleasure being on the radio today to share with the public about our engagement today at the Oya Street Intellectual Forum at the Loking Town community.
Okay.
Today, we want to encourage everybody, all patriotic Liberian citizens, just create all that time, give us that time, go and listen. That some of the issues we are going to be discussing today, CDCCOP at the Oya Street Intellectual Forum will be discussing serious national issues. Like, we'll be discussing the Waka administration when it comes to corruption.
Okay.
We'll be highlighting things, how corrupt this government is. At the same time, we will also be discussing rape and the sodomy of our people in the country. We'll also be looking at the high prices of commodity and services within this country. Government just sitting and doing nothing about it, despite we have the racist issues and not thinking about the children Liberian people. We will also be talking about issues where the lies they used to come to power today, because we don't want it to continue. We don't want our lives to continue. One thing that is very, very hard. You can lie to come to power, but you can't lie to lose. And the lies is too much. So we'll be enlightening the Liberian people at the Intellectual Forum today. So telling our Liberian people, go to Loking Town and go and listen to the truth. Those things they said before, we are bringing them out. We are telling them that what you said before, it is not it. So the lies they used to come to power, definitely will be telling will be eradicated from the Liberian people ears. Indeed, what they told you to before, it is a plain black lie.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Antonin, as Assistant Secretary General for Press and Public Safety, a position that oversees, publicity, the media, and other things. So, one would like to know that many of your engagements are engagements that are just circulated in Montserrat County alone, and Montserrat is not just Liberia. And so, one would like to ask as to whether with these engagements, is there any plan by the organization to decentralize these activities?
Thank you again for that beautiful question, Mr. Compton. We will tell everybody, Montserrat is not just Liberia. We actually have in mind to decentralize all of our activities.
Okay.
Look, you see, before then, the CDC COP were just few hundred group of people. Like maybe you see 4 or 5. But to tell you that we want to expand and we will go to the level and breadth of the entire country to educate about people about patriotism, we are going to decentralize. In fact, we are already about to move within the 15th district of Montserrat County. We have 4 different districts that we have covered, like District 12, like District number 10.
That's a 17 electoral district.
So now we are not thinking about moving to the western region.
Okay.
Yeah, you were saying something.
Yeah. I said that should be the 17 electoral districts across Montserrat County.
We are moving.
Okay.
So tell you that we don't want just to do it like just on the radio, but we are moving to and we will go as far as Maryland. Brother, even today the people are way in Bakulu County will know the CDC because we are going to decentralize and we're going to disseminate the information and we're going to put our people and we're going to knowledge them how patriotic we should be to our country.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sir Antonin. Is there any other thing you just want to weigh in? Probably we never talk about very quickly. Then we take leave of you.
Okay, thank you very much. Stephen, let me be bold to people. Liberia is for every one of us. It is not about party base. Because the name CDC COP, it is attached. Everybody will be thinking that it's just about political based issues. But the name COP, which is the Council of Patriots, our point it is not just about politics.
Okay.
Even though we are a political civil right. But we want to tell the people how patriotic we should be in our country. So when you see we are extending our arms, it is not just on politics, but it's about educating our people to be patriotic to their country.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Sir Antonin. It was great having you on the line.
Thank you very much. I wish for any information at any time, brother.
Okay, thank you. All right, so you just listen to him. He's Mr. Sir Antonin, the Assistant Secretary General for Press and Public Safety, CDC COP. You just listen to him providing an update on their engagement today in Loking Town, somewhere around the Queer Street area. Now, let's now come over to issues we should be talking about here today. There are a lot of things to talk about. So our honorable president had a retreat on yesterday, and there were a lot of things said, right? And also, the former president was able to address the House of Representatives on yesterday, and there were a lot of things she spoke about. Thing that has to do with governance, amendment of certain part of the Constitution, and also, the issue that has to do with the look of the country's capital city. A lot of things she talked about, but many of those things is just something we just picked out that we think is very, very much important to look at, because it brought us around us as a country, our safety, and other things. So we are going to play the audio of the former president and the issue about the amendment 27B of the Liberian Constitution, right? We are going to look at that, play her voice, do a bit of explanation in a very common thing that our people out there will be able to understand. Then thereafter, we go over to our team, most especially they are in the US. I'm most sure the issue with citizenship. Aliyu is there, probably he's a US citizen by paper, or Solomon as well, their kids and other things. So the former president is also calling for an amendment of this part of the Constitution to ensure that even the white people, the Westerner too, can become citizens of Liberia, owing to the fact that that particular clause in the Constitution is racist. And, you know, the terrible racist saying, you know, going against other people because of their color, and certain group of people supposed to be citizens of Liberia, and these other people should not be citizens, and all these things. So the former president said no, and this particular issue, you know, is something that you are talking about racism, that particular portion. You know, it is, mind you, it is something that has been in the Constitution for a very long period of time. For a very long period of time. We had a right for Rwanda in the country, and these things were kicked against. But again, I shouldn't go too long. We don't have enough time. Let us listen to the former president as she makes remark about this particular issue.
The invitation to speak at your session today. I believe this to be an unprecedented historical decision. Mr. Speaker, I do not propose to make a normal type of speech. Rather, I will make remarks to provide my views on some critical issues that are relevant for the development of the country. In doing so, I hope that I will excite you to think and to act on the role that you are called upon to play by the people of the country whom you represent. Honorable legislators, my first comment has to do with Article 27B of our Constitution that says, I quote, "In order to preserve, foster, and maintain the Liberian culture, values, and character, only persons who are Negroes or of Negro descent shall qualify by birth or by naturalization to be citizens of Liberia," unquote. Mr. Speaker, Liberia today is above where we were on our independence in 1847. Therefore, we must now make those structural changes that propel us to join emerging African countries that have left us behind. As you may recall, we tried in the past to do constitutional reform. Former interim president, Dr. Amos Sawyer, led the committee that made tremendous progress, but that racist provision was left intact. My plea now is that you consider the necessary amendment to Chapter 4, Article 27B of the Constitution.
Okay, so you listened to the former president. She made that particular remark on yesterday when she addressed members of the House of Representatives. Okay, so you listened to her calling for an amendment of portion of the Constitution, most especially the one that has to do with nationalizing citizens. According to her, that particular portion of the Constitution is something that directly speaks about racism. Yeah. So in recent time, the former president been making some statements. But anyway, let us cross over to our team there and just get their thought on it, what they make of it. The fellow Liberians, you will also have a say on it. The woman said, even where people now should become citizens of Liberia. Nothing wrong with it. The reason why that particular clause was put place in the constitution by then was to protect Liberia as a country, to protect our culture, our sovereignty, right? All these things. But she said, gone are those days. These are all olden days now. We are in a war where anybody can just become a citizen for any country, right? So that too should also be amended in our constitution, that where men can just move from America, other part of the country, right? The county president can become citizen instead of just giving right to only black people in Africa here, like a Sierra Leonean, a Nigerian can come and become a citizen by paper or by birth. She said, no, that thing down, we should incorporate the whites as well. So let's cross over, like I told you. Begin with Solomon Bakari. Solomon, you listen to, can I say your partisan or former political leader, Mana Sirleaf. What's your take?
Well, thank you very much. I really, really admire Mana Sirleaf. I've been following her even from high school days up to now. I really, really love her. And she's like a role model to me when it comes to speaking on issues and things like that. But first of all, Mana Sirleaf misspoke when it comes to the word a racist constitution. It is not a racist constitution. We know that Liberia is not racist, but it is what we call it's discrimination to an extent. And the reason being, and I'm happy that we're talking about this issue because back when the Constitution, especially in 1986, when it was being drafted, I was privileged to work with Dr. Abba Jikanga, Senator Larry Kanga's father, for us to go to the villages and in town in Buchanan to explain the Constitution to our people. And the reason, one of the reasons why that particular portion of the Constitution was never changed, it was because of this. Number one, Liberia was never colonized by any white European to lead the country. It was colonized, or the black people came and settled down there, and they formed their own government. So to protect the government, they decided to limit it, to restrict it to people of African or African descent. And one of the reasons they limited that to African and African descent was that the Europeans, they were going from country to country, colonizing and taking disadvantage of the citizens of the country. The white people came to South Africa. They were able to take the land and they sell their own thing. And of course, apartheid became the norm of the day, and so forth, so forth, so forth. So in order for white people now to come to take over the land and then to ill-treat the indigenous people, that was put in to restrict the land, so that nobody will come and take away our land, and then would be in the side using us and abusing us. Because wherever the white people used to be, whatever they were doing, They were just there for what could benefit them, the wealth, and just a little bit will go to the indigenous people. The same way that they are doing today. Okay, they are there having a huge farm. Firestone get about 1 million acres of land, and who benefiting? The Liberians not really benefiting, because if you have a Liberian that tapping 700 trees of rubber, and that person making maybe $5 per day for tapping 700 trees of rubber, collecting the litters, it's still benefiting the white people that brought the company. And because of those kind of things, it was enshrined in our constitution to restrict people that have the upper hand. Okay, so that was one of the reasons why Dr. Sawyer, they did not remove that restriction, because we are going to take away the land of the people. Take, for example, from Magiri, going all the way to Maryland, the people that used to live in around where Firestone has covered, where are those people today? They remove them, and other areas where they are, they don't have good school there, nothing, and they can't. So imagine if you have all of those people taking over the land, what would become of the people? That was the reason why they decided to leave it that way, to restrict it that way. But it was not being racist, because we as Liberians, we are not racist. You know how we treat the white people, how we love the white people. So for my own role model to come there and say, okay, it's a racist document, that is, he misspoke. Yes, it is discriminative based on what I've just explained, but it is not racist. So in fact, in America, they don't use the word Negro or Negro descent anymore. Anybody who uses that word against another person, you can be sued. And you can attest to that. So for us to still have it in our constitution, it is a shame that those labels that the white people gave to us to give us that name, we still have it there. So that is one other thing. Even now as we speak, because the way in which the U.S. Constitution is formatted, or the way it is, it has increased a lot of threats to the American society. Even now they're debating whether people who are not born American, those who are not born American, they should hold public offices, because they have allowed those people to hold public offices. And today you have some areas in the United States that has Sharia or law, because they have a lot of Muslim people from different countries that have settled, and they always winning public offices, and they are changing the law, because the more you have in your area or in your country, and they get into public offices, they're going to change those things, and at the end of the day, you're going to be the victim. So based on all of those stuff, that's why our framework, they put in the constitution about back then Negro and Negro descent. It was to restrict, to free the Liberians from further removal of the indigenous people from land. Have in mind that even it was 1964 before indigenous Liberians were actually able to vote. So all of those things, based on all of those things, so that particular phrase, it was put in there regarding the Negro and the Negro descent. So those are some of the things that we have to take into consideration, even if we want to remove Negro and Negro descent. You see, in the Ivory Coast, you see white French, because that particular country was dominantly ruled by the white people. So majority of them, they lived there and they became citizens. The same thing in the other African countries that he referenced. Liberia was never ruled by any white person. It was always has been black and black descendants. And that's why we are the way we are. So it is not racist. It is discriminative for a purpose, for a reason. So that's it. Go ahead.
All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So in other words, you are totally against or called for the amendment, right?
No. I'm not against. I'm not against. In fact, I brought that to her attention before that our constitution. In fact, I use that same word that our constitution is racist. The way in which they put it, that no black. I mean, only black and black descendant or Negro descendant can be citizen. It is discriminative. I brought that to her attention before. The same way I brought to her attention about the health ministry to split it into segments and not just make one thing, Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. So yes, it's a good move, but how should we do it?
Okay, thank you so much, Baka Reeves. Let's cross over to Aliyu. Aliyu, let's get your take on the call by the former president.
You know, Solomon had just said it all, and that's the fact. You know, Liberia, and most of the time I will listen to people when they are like now what she said yesterday, all the Liberians have already started to say so many things. You see, because for example, Liberians will travel, you go out, you somewhere, you are there, you settle there, you live in your life there. And later on you say, oh yeah, but then I think this place can be my home. And you start to be there the rest of your life. But now people don't, with all what you are doing, that we have Lebanese, we have Indians, they are born children in our country. We have different nationalities, they are born children in our country, they are there doing businesses, carry on investment. But people don't consider them to be Liberian. And when even they are talking about those people naturalizing themselves to be like Liberian, and other people still have problem with it. But yet then we will travel and then we want to become citizen of another country. So I don't really know, is that, I don't know, we are racist or what, because I can really be confused. Like some of us, we travel, came over here in like 3, 4, 5 years, got citizenship, became American citizen. And then I think they should be able to put some laws, do some amendment. Like if you go to Liberia and when you stay in the country for X amount of years, and then you are eligible to apply for citizenship, like here, when you come here like 5 years, you can apply and they will do your background check. If you've never been engaged in any criminal act, probably maybe you have some felony on you, all of these things. And when they do your background check, oh yes, since you've been here, you didn't go to prison, you were not caught in armed robbery, you were not caught in this, in that, they do all your background check. Then yes, you are clear and you've been working in this country, paying taxes to the American government, not just to come sit there and be playing video game in the house. No, you should be contributing what you've been doing for the country by working and paying taxes, and you don't have no criminal record and thing. I think we should be able, say we Liberia and America like cut and paste. We should be able to do some of these things. Oh yes, that cut and
You
paste.
say what? Cut and paste. Yeah.
So they should be able to do some of these things like, oh yes, Aliyu Masare came to Liberia, or he from so and so country, he been here for the past 5, 10 years, and he want to be a citizen. You go see my track record when I came to the country, what I have been engaged in, what I have been doing, what have been my contribution to the country, and then I can become a citizen and go ahead and help to develop the country or whatsoever. For me, that's how I think. But most of the time when you say these things, Liberians, they get problem with it. But yet then, we will travel, we come and we become citizen of another country. And then when other people come to Liberia, they want to become a citizen, then we oppose to it. We say, no. When they become citizen, they will take our land. When they become citizen, they will do this, they will do that. So in my mind, we had to stop that mindset. In as much as you will be happy for Liberians to come to America, they come to Canada, they go Australia, all the parts of the world, they become citizens of this country, and they are contributing to their country, their society. So in as much as other nationals will come to the country, they are living there, they are contributing, to the national growth and development of the country, if they want to become a citizen, you go ahead and give them citizenship by doing the due diligence, know what they are engaged in, like I said, what they have been contributing to the country and what have you. I think that will be okay.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you so much.
And to buttress that, if you look at the immigration process in the world, to become just a resident in the UK, 1 year it's going to cost you about £3,000 just for 1 year. Within 5 years, in order for you to adjust to becoming a citizen, within 5 years, it will cost you about 5,000 to 10,000 pounds in order to become a permanent resident or a citizen. So, and then they have restriction on some of these stuff. So the immigration, if we do it the right way, it is another way of bringing funding in the country. The United States, the government here does not put money into the immigration. Whatever the immigration collects, the money that they collect, that's how they use it to run their immigration services. If you go to the U.S. embassy to even get visa to come to America or wherever you want to go, the DS-260 or whatever form they have to pay for the visa, those are money. Under the forms, they are money and they contribute towards America being great, because those are some source of income. So we need to look at some of those stuff. If the white man lives in Suriname, for example, they know that where they live, they got to make it nice, because they don't want for weather caterpillar or whatever to be in their house. So they're going to make sure that that place is maintained as a good living environment. So wherever they live, they will make sure that it will be better. If they live in We Nation, traveling to We Nation, seeing the road muddy in Reading City or deplorable, because they live there and it is part of their home, they will make sure that the living condition, it will be improved, and that will be a good thing for the country. But we need to put a good law in place, restrictions in place.
Okay, thank you ever so much, Baka Reeves and that of Aliyu Mansale. So, like you people have said, these things were spoken about yesterday, right? During the administration of former President Weir, a referendum was called for here, and then a lot of people today who are in power now, who quote unquote claiming that this may be good, they kicked upon these things. And they were all over here probably claiming that, if such who have been done, it was something that was bad for the country. And so a lot of people criticize this when we are talked about it. Even the reduction of the tenure of president, representatives, the senators. These are things that were put for. These are amendments that were called for to be done in the Constitution, right? And these things were spelled out. I back the idea, and if that would be done, there should be additional provision to this. If those people are coming, let's say, for example, if an American, right, wants to come in Liberia to be a Liberian citizen, there should be some exception. There should be some things put in place. There are certain positions these people not supposed to hold. Like, for example, if somebody wants to become an American wants to become a Liberian citizen, that person probably may not be a justice minister, a finance minister, a defense minister, or so. These strategic areas of our governance structure. But this is very good. We talk about these things. We told Liberians yesterday that this particular thing would have been good for our country. But again, like I said, like A.B. Darius DeLong, they were all over here, moving from one corner.
I want to ask you, if you say that, then why Liberians come to America, become an American citizen, and they are holding position like being representative, being governors and things, and they are still American citizen, they go back to Liberia, they are serving as minister. Why?
Yeah, for that would be an exception. That in my mind, and I think that would be an
While
exception.
Liberia should come America, you become an American citizen, you serving as representative, you serving as governor, and even some of them, they are even working in cabinet position in the country here. And then you want to say, oh, when American citizen come to Liberia, you become a citizen, you can serve as minister or anything. Is that being fair?
Ali, until I see probably a Liberian, right? A Liberian who went to America, like you or Aliyu Masalu, who went to America, naturalized yourself by paper, and you became a governor, or the president became a governor. I hope to see that. If I see that, then I will believe.
Solomon correct that, man.
If I see that now, I will believe that. But my take, yeah, Solo coming before I proceed.
Okay. The way in which the American government structure is set up, the only position a non-U.S. born cannot occupy is that of the presidency.
Okay.
We have somebody from Austria, Schwarzenegger, the actor. He became governor of California.
Okay.
So now that we have Liberians in various houses, the former city mayor of there's a place in one of these states. Well, in Minnesota, we have had a Liberian in public offices.
Okay,
now
all right.
They are looking at some of those things because
one guy can be on Spoon Show. He's a representative in one of those.
Yeah, Russell.
No, another guy can be on the show that we stand on. He come there once at a time. He's a representative. He's a Liberian in one of these 30 Ohio, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Also, we have a Liberian young lady who is in the house. I think in the Midwest, either I don't think it's Ohio, either in Colorado also. So yes, we have Liberians that are in strategic position. But now, because of the situation that is going on, the safety of the country that is going on, America is thinking twice whether people who are from other countries, whether they should hold public offices. Because of what is unfolding now. So they want to be very restricted. And I think this is what we need to do.
Thank you.
Our prayer is what is going on in Iraq, that somebody will not bomb the American embassy. And if they do that in Liberia, most of our people that live around there, they're going to be the victim because of how wicked people they think these are.
Definitely, thank you. Exactly, there is where I was going before Aliyu Kimi. So now, if I'm talking about, not giving those people who are coming, like the Westerners who for any reason may come to Liberia, hold citizenship, access to this strategic position is exactly what I'm talking about. The war is evolving, and when these things are happening, so let us say an amendment will be done, and that provision is just open up that a person can come hold any other position. You have a Westerner serving as defense minister of your country, right? Chief of staff of the army, serving as bank governor. Are you thinking about exactly what I'm thinking about? This is exactly where I'm going. So, in order to give a privilege to the born Liberian citizen, right? These, in my mind, these particular provision, if for any reason, if the House of Representatives will consider the former president's call, these are things that should be done. There should be an exception, right, to those of Westerner who may come and become citizens of Liberia, like you said, for developmental reason, for economic expansion, job creation, and other things that other citizens or other Liberians may say. But again, there should be an exception to that of the born Liberians. That's my call to what exactly we are talking about. So I hope Ali, you got my point well, and you as well, Solomon Barker.
I've been advocating for that, so I know exactly where you're coming from. And one of the things that if you actually listen to Manu Salif recommendations. The first thing she talked about the land. Okay, that some people they occupy huge land huge piece of land, no development, and what have you. So if I put the two together, it means that she is lobbying for somebody who is either from the Arab world that have money and they want to do some development in the country or business in the country. So in order for these things to happen, we got to do some of these stuff, because why should a common Liberian be able to have other these land, no development on it? So government should do this, government should do that. So we have to have in mind where these people are coming from and what is it that they are proposing. How good is it for the country? Because you know, under the alien administration, we have the 99 years of moratorium on land that no tribal people they cannot sell that land or do anything to that land until after 99 years before. Why would you restrict the people who own the land? The government came and met the people there. So the government cannot take the people's land and say, okay, we're going to give you moratorium of after 99 years. Who's going to live up to 99 years? What sense does that make to us? So they're looking at us, indigenous people, they are stupid and all those stuff. So they're bringing something so that if we don't put restriction on those stuff, tomorrow they're going to haunt us. So there got to be provision when we are making other non-Liberian citizens. There should be a provision, whether they are African or they are African American or other people from other part of the world. There got to be restriction.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Edwin Sumo. We are not talking about Negro. You know, we are talking about a Westerner. Yeah, so I got your point. But let us cross over to this our next discussion very quickly. Aliyu and Solomon Barker Reeves. Then we gave our people the chance so that they can be able to, have their say on this issue. So we'll go around just 2 minutes so that you can be able to have your say on this particular issue. Like we have been saying, and we have said over and over that whenever a minister or a government official takes to his or her Facebook page and writes something, whether denigrating against the citizen, the opposition, or what you may think about. We always taught you that these things, most of the times, and not even most of the time, but all of the time, they are sanctioned by the president, right? The last time we played a voice here where you listened to the finance minister talking about a bread and butter issue, right? And you listen to him, what he said, that they will not come to your home, distribute food, distribute money, do the other one year. So our president yesterday, he had a cabinet meeting of the first cabinet meeting of 2026. And there were a lot of things he spoke about, but many of those things has to do with the bread and butter issue. The bread and butter issue, the most pressing issue that is affecting Liberians now. So listen to the president's statement. Then we go over to our team. After that, just 2 minutes, then we hear from you, fellow Liberians, on this issue. Yeah, listen to Mr. President.
We do job creation. The Liberians, of course, there are a lot of Liberians who don't, when they talk about bread and butter issues, some of them think that you're supposed to always carry them a bag of rice or something like that. About bread and butter issues, some of them think that you're supposed to always carry them a bag of rice or something like that. But the bread and butter issues are even those issues like the yellow machines that are here that are going to help to open up the country.
Okay, so we don't have time to run through that entire audio. So we'll begin with Ali. Ali, I don't want to talk much on this the weekend. I don't really want to talk much. So let me come over to you. 2 minutes. Make your express a view on the president's statement about the bread and butter issue. Thereafter, we'll go to Solomon, then we'll go to the lines.
That's it there. The last time, excuse me, Gafua told you that everything that they do in Liberians continue to say, oh, this bread and butter issue, the bread and butter issue. Perhaps maybe Liberians want for them to they should build somewhere where that they will put it on the bread and butter issue, or they put bread and butter there to be serving the people. And now the president is saying the same thing. When they talk about bread and butter issue, maybe Liberians want for them to go buy back or rest and share it on them. And these are things when you be talking, when you say the president can speak loosely, and people say, oh, you're supposed to talk like that. You don't say this thing, you see, because I see it like an insult to your citizen. You don't speak like that. It's almost like what he did when it comes to the invasion base. The God is not making you learn. Because I don't know, your finance minister came out with a same statement and people lashed at him, and it was not good for him to make such statement, and he never took it back. So that these people have no respect for Liberian people. They talk to us anyhow. They don't care how we feel, because we have already employed them, we have given them job. So that's Liberia for us. If your president is telling you, and that's what I said, I'm very, very happy for this administration. Yes, for those yellow machines coming in, but it is just quite unfortunate. Like all my background check I did, all my due diligence, I was told that they were bringing refurbished machine and some old things to the country. And yes, indeed, that's why they brought to the country. But I hope and pray that the second batch, they will be able to bring quality machine, because this government, nothing they have done. When you talk, they say they're waiting for yellow machine. When yellow machine can, you will see job creation in the country. So without the 285 pieces of yellow machine, we are not going to get anything out of the Unity Party. So I think all Liberia, we should pray that those 285 pieces of yellow machine should come to the country, so that this government can perform, because when the government succeed, we the Liberian people will succeed. We want to see the best for our country. And yesterday, the president also talked about the increase of gas in the country. Yeah, gas price will go up, this and that, and what have you. And they want to tie it to what is happening now in Iran. No, don't do that. Play the magic. Like I said before, and I'll always say this, you cannot play politics with everything. We have to be very careful what we say and what we do when we are in opposition. Solomon, you and I in this country, when coronavirus came, the prices of gas went up everywhere. And like right now, gas price already up by 50 cents some places, or some states 75 cents is going up now. During the coronavirus, gas price went up high in this country, and it was a global issue. The Unity Party, the political side, that it was George Weah that carried gas price, or in the country people were standing in line. Today they can still be putting that picture. Oh, this is Joseph Boakai administration. You see people standing in line for gas during George Weah administration. We the political side that, and it was during the corona, and excuse me, not the corona, rather, I'm sorry to say, the conflict between Ukraine and Russia, where it started. You see, yes, during the COVID, rather, yes, during the COVID, when gas price went up across the entire world, it was a global issue. The political side, even the press arrest, like Jethro, you and I know Jethro, where people go and do wholesale buying. I went there 3 months. We couldn't get rest in Jethro. I drove from here to Philadelphia, to Woodland, to Musa shop. I bought 100-pound bag of Powerball rest for $90 just to bring it from my home. And the Unity Party, the political side, it was just real like every repress, or they couldn't see that it was a global issue that time with COVID. The issue of gas, they didn't see it that it was a global issue because of COVID. You see, the political side, and they thought George Weah could perform miracle because he left him with rest farm, that Liberia not supposed to go out of rest, even when there are crises in the world. He left him with gas, and feel that even when there is global issue, Liberia not supposed to be affected. And today, you have to play the same miracle. Joseph Boakai people left him with gas company. So the gas price, you should try to get it stable in the country.
Thank you.
You cannot play politics out of everything in the country. That's not good. We have to be very, very careful of what we say and do when we are in opposition, because we don't know what may happen tomorrow when we are there.
Thank you so much, Aliyu Masale. Let's go over 2 minutes for you, Solomon Barker Reeves.
I will try by all means for that 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Most of the time, I look at my president here, President Donald Trump, and how the Democrats, they demonize him, everything that he does, they criticize, but when they do it, then it is good. And when I look at President Weah, everything that President Weah did, they criticize all of them. And that's the same thing they are doing. For example, when President Weah said, we got to do a farm to market road to connect road connectivity so that other people will be able to bring their produce to the market, so they will be able to have money for bread and butter. And they said, no, that road we eat, and blah, 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 blah. They said everything. One of the reasons why I was very, very critical with my former political leader, because I said to people that I'm no longer part of the Unity Party. For now, I'm independent. A yellow machine does not make farm. They don't use them to make farm. Liberia will have the best season in the country. There was about maybe 500 farming machines that were brought in the country through Wendell McIntosh. They brought those machines, and about 100 plus of those machines was taken to FOIA. Why? Because now President Boakai was part of that. He was vice president, and I stand to be corrected, he was serving on the board for that food security or food sufficiency. So they sent 100 plus of that yellow machine to FOIA. We sent crew there, and then they saw how those machines they left in the bush. He said they squandered opportunities. So the same thing, you talk about yellow machine. What yellow machine going to do to the Liberian people? Those yellow machines, the road that we make, nothing they can do. If they are smart enough, you bring in more farming equipment so that we can have a better agriculture. Say he was an agriculture leader, that can be done, but he didn't do any of those stuff. Is that talking about rice or doing that? And one of the things I want for all of the journalists, everybody in Liberia, to find out, because the Japanese government, for some years now, they're contributing rice to Liberia because of the right crisis that caused some debt in Liberia during 1979. So that has been a focus point. So when it comes to rice, some countries they donate. The Japanese government, they've been donating a lot of rice. And according to some of the information out there, the rice that they gave is for the Liberian people. Our government said they were going to sell the rice at a minimum price so that they would be able to pay for shipping and handling. So even if they paid $1 or $2 for them to ship billions of bags of rice or millions bags of rice, you spend either $2 million and you sell a bag of rice for $5. You're still going to get more money to do some other stuff. But they said they were going to sell the rice at a reasonable price so that they will be able to put money into infrastructure, to put money into education and all those stuff. The Japanese government still giving rice, donating rice to Liberia, and those rice have been used by the government and not distributed to Liberian. They use the rice for political purposes, so that they use it to gain respect for certain community and all those stuff. And we are not speaking about those things. So when the Liberian people are talking about bread and butter, they're talking about the rice. It's a sea rice that the other government donating to the country. And those people, the Liberians, are not getting the rice, but they're using the rice for political campaigning, for different things. So the Liberians have the right to talk about a bread and butter issue. So what the president said, it proves me right that he is not innovative, not developmental minded. Yellow machine is not developmental something. Okay, we already have machine that could make our road. We need a more machine so that we can grow more food, so our people will be able to be self-sufficient in food. Then we can sell food to other countries. We have the three free ports, or the 3 or 4 ports in Liberia. People will be able to ship food to whatever country, and it will build the economy. But he's talking about bread and butter. They want for to be giving them rice. Yes, the Japanese government is giving you rice for the Liberian people. So the Liberian people will come to you for them to get the rice, for the bread and butter. So that was very, very disrespectful statement from the leadership of our country, because they are the cause for us to be the way we are. The Democrat, the Unity Party, the Liberty Party, they feel that they are the only people that understand politics in Liberia, and for that reason, they will always be criticizing when President Weah brought in about the dual citizenship, that these people can be citizens for development purpose. The Unity Party, the Liberty Party, they kicked against it. Today, they merged with the Unity Party. I'm talking about the Liberty Party, merged with the Unity Party. And what are we talking about? Ellen came in and said, okay, we want to do so and so things. And they invited her there so that she can specifically speak about those things. And President Ellen Johnson knew that is not precedented. In other words, no former president will go to address a cabinet like that. That's why Madam Senator said, well, it is not a speech. I'm not here to address you, but just to make a recommendation, because they know what they're doing is not politically correct.
Thank you, Reeves.
Sorry, I went over the 2 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so let us hear from you, fellow Liberians out there and others. Let's hear from you. What's the take on these issues? You can call us on 0772-239933, 0886-304497, or 0777-980-375. And happy birthday to Mr. Tobiah Wright Jr. from Cartwell area there. Yeah, we are talking about the former president's call for an amendment of Article 27B of the Liberian Constitution, and a statement by the president on yesterday. Let's get the first person. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are live.
Mr. President, we are not asking for provide bread and butter for us. It is you that started doing the campaign that President will not provide bread and butter. There's a reason we're singing those songs. And you are the only person that you can beg people for food, and not us. That then folk can feed themselves, but because you start taking folk on the street, telling you're sacking people super, you take them out of job. This is the reason we continue to sell bread and butter. You're not even able to provide bread and butter for your family before you even become the president. So we now relax on your bread and butter. Start taking people up, and not back to the point that will make you president.
That's what we got. This other person. Good morning.
Salam alaikum.
Malaikum salam. Go ahead.
Salam alaikum, Mr. Ali Masali. What I'm going to say is 60 public money. All these things you're saying are correct. But now, who put it into place? Only just area. So I urge all my people, they start to eat, let go bring malaria back to power. So you are reading all these things. You don't want to feeling for human being. Now,
thank you. Let's show you that this other person. Good morning.
Good morning, Koto.
You have a meaning, please.
Koto, tell for what I've been saying on the show. It's a matter of women. They call me. We can't get nothing for the come. It was just for the man. Koto, we don't want wrong them. Then they were saying that we say for the mansion key and holding. So my wife told I was letting on low. Most of the young machines you see, oh no, what they made me power. You will see it to this zero money company. They think what they may be renting it. And they make sure about it. And all what they do, I want to take you very much. And then no homes, freedom everything said that the machine for that they said, again, you will start. And they go and take it. And they make sure about it. No, before. You don't rescue them, man. They put a rescue, we don't rescue them. Nothing of that one amendment of Magali. Thank you for the show.
That's for you, this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Stephen Cotton.
Yeah, you.
Go ahead, you're live.
Yeah, saying let me be blunt to the Liberian people this morning. The former president Ellen Johnson, she's not sincere to the Liberian
What's your name? What's your name?
Okay, my name is Mohammed Bonzo Fufana Jr., a proud son of Lofa Country.
Also, you have a meaning, please.
I just want to say this. The former president is not sincere to the Liberian people. This woman, she's a sycophant. Let me be blunt this morning to tell everybody in this country. Yesterday one president we brought this amendment, and this amendment was continuous to our elections, and she never come up to a public radio and back this amendment. And today she's coming up because our union party is in power. She's coming to propose this amendment. It is belated, and I want to say this. Mara Ellen Johnson said she destroyed this country. She made this country to be bleeding today, and she encouraged Mr. Braga to destroy people's homes around this place.
I saw you there. This other person. Good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Let me say hi to my family and my brother, the Willie Shaman. This for the show, but we rushing for say it's too bad, man.
Go ahead, Ma Sisi.
I'll go ahead and people are telling you wrong.
We don't have time. Go ahead, man.
All right. What I want to say is that I agree with Malastedi. She's a fast woman, but what she said yesterday, and I agree with it.
Okay.
Because the same thing we have brought it. Hey, that not belong to all the front page. Open your mouth wide. You shouldn't work for the party. You want 50 for that. They want against it. But then they don't got came back and said because it's not a fancy of America. Then people have more. Then we should listen to it. We can't listen to it. No, the people see our land. Let people get our land and say what we get out in our ballet. Although the guys doing, they start pushing already. So they say when they can't all they play for me, they go to buy it. They can't pay for who down. They want me to post it. So get money. If you get people to like this, go to your America say, oh, now they say we're backing your America be like very small. Be all the focus and let me peace. Okay, what money out to know about what they say, it be all the back for them. But when the car will clear up for you. Yes, that is I think in this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This other person. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Andrew.
This is Conto. You need to walk away from your monitor, please.
Okay.
Okay, let's hold you there. This other person. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. You are live.
Yeah, this is Coco for Waterstar.
Go ahead, Ule.
Actually, the former president of Liberia, Madam Ellie Johnson, she not do well for us. All I want to do and all the things the president did, Waka doing, she didn't want to do all the advice through telephone call. So she comes to all now to cut the
You got proof to what you saying?
I believe so because you're actually telling me I have to get proof.
You get proof that you can't do that to you.
All the advice, all the barbecue memories, she was giving me advice. Because since that time, she never care about that now. They demolishing people, horses, and other things. That she charging other things. So it means that she didn't want to give me all the advice.
Thank you, Coco Wule. You got proof to what they Who's this?
Hello?
You are live. Go ahead.
Hello?
You are live on the radio. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, we are calling you from 72nd Junction.
Okay, make your point.
Yeah, my first point got to do with the president's statement to the cabinet yesterday.
Okay.
The president's statement proves that you have failed the Liberian people already to the commerce ministry. That is one. Two, to my Ellen Johnson belief, it's not strange to me. Because this woman supported we are, she thought that we are going to do what she wanted him to do. This is what they wanted we are to do. And we are refused to do that, so that is why now today she is showing our true color. So that Liberian people can see that these are the people that we entrusted this country with and today we are back for. It is time for the native nation to take lead. It is time for the native nation to get voice in his country. Yesterday we have brought dual citizenship, they refused it. Today they are talking about it. We will not agree that dual citizenship come because what we are saying on the land issue, we don't have money to fight kids. Thank you, my brother.
I mean, your own native people, then you're making a lawmaker. At the end of the day, the people telling you say you're backers. Eh? Yeah, oh, they native. Let's get to this other person. Good morning. So 0772239933, 0886304497, 0777980375. We just have to pray for somebody who lost this country, who has the people at heart, right? Because out of what you people are saying, you try these same people. Yeah, Daryl didn't know, and a native boy, man, in Bassa playing drum. Man, used to go practice. The man that native main lawmaker, the man say you can beg too much. Oh, yeah, native. Let's get to this person. Good morning.
Hello, Phantom.
You are live. Go ahead.
Yeah, Phantom. Something I said when I was still speaking that, and the people knew why they were Christian for that woman that was most of the representatives did not know why something that was plain. But the only advice I get for them is the native woman child is a journalist, the native woman child went to school, the doctors, the lawyers, the thing that they did to the native people that they even want for native men to own land that they come for all the land. The only thing God has done for us is our children. They are going to school, they are out of their country, they will pass, they happy, they will fight for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's cross over to this other person. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, you are live. Go ahead. Hello. Okay, so let's take a few more calls on 0772239933, 0886 304497 or 0777980375. I did numbers to call and make your points on issues we are talking about here. Benin Taekwondo, thank you for following. Manlu Fofanan is also following our Bonshu. Yes, that's great. A lot of things. Edwin Sumo or Goya, thank you so much. Patrick G. Koya, thank you as well. We have here Israel S.K. Kuyate, thank you so much. Kuyate Tobayo, right, Junior is also following us. Stanley Sharif is also following us. Fatu Conan is also following us. Amin Toward is also following us. Let's hear from this person. Two more persons, then we go home. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are live. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Bill Ekaju. I'm calling you for the Commandant Bill this morning.
Go ahead, Bill.
Brother, we are not surprised about all those things our president has been saying, what is making you. We are not surprised about what the man is saying in support of former deputy. We are not surprised. We are not surprised of whatsoever a gossip maker once said that they need to open a ministry of bread and butter for people to understand what are those necessities that the Liberian people need. We are not surprised. I think this is a wake-up call to washing the citizenry of this country. That those people who call themselves leaders, who have control the milk and honey of this country, we continue to put our trust in such a people. You cannot look at men like Bwaka, who have served for the 2 years in this country. They cannot show a test or a vocational, clinical vocational institution as a give back to the country. And you say that person can rescue Liberia, that person can rescue the Liberian people. Jesus Christ.
Mama, you saw all these things.
We're not surprised.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
All these things you're talking about, you people saw them. These things are things that were on ground, and you voted for the people.
No. The people who thought it was a Bwaka rescue the country after drinking milk and money of this country for the 2 consecutive years in public offices are those people who are taking Labron backward. We said it from the outset. But this old man has nothing to contribute. Imagine the president is entrusting his deputy, not part of the war, that the president will entrust his deputy to give us those necessities that people need. Because the paper is very old, the paper does not have that clinical know-how, it does not have that will to think on a fresh basis to to give the people what they want. It is the reason for which you see the president is tactical. To say that we're in charge of that president to look at the bread and butter issue, and we're in charge of that president to deal with that even at the German issue. We all know that tactic. Us, we have been saying this national number as the Unity Party are people who are strategic minor interests or large political large and who don't want to drink the milk and honey of this country. So we are keep playing tactic.
Thank
so
you.
it is now you think to us, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your own contribution on the show this morning. There's the weekend edition of the program Issues in the Society on Kings 88.5, and I'm Stephen Compton. Yes, so that's very important. You're listening to the old man. Man say you should focus on the yellow machines that were brought into the country. And so that your bread and butter issue, the people say, in coming to your house to come be giving your food. Like, the finance minister said it last time. These things are sad. Your people can't be going through this kind of a tough time, right? These difficult periods, a hardship. Then you as a leader that they look up to. I thought, the vice president or the finance minister, as he has said, that the issue of bread and butter, then people come into your heart, issue money on you and doing all these kind of things. And, we told you that particular statement was sanctioned by the president. And other people call here, they start to say other things. But again, to authenticate what we have said and what we have been saying on this platform, the president himself was able to say it on yesterday, that there are some of you Liberians who just think you just sit into your house, you just sit into your think that he, the president, or a minister, a deputy ministers, a government officials will just come, pull resin, pick up, bring it to your house. You are the people that are in Nikutan, the Bible said that he was expecting. The people that are in Joe community, in West Point, in West Point, the Bible say if you just think that he and his government official will just pull resin, pick up, and bring it to your houses, then you lie. And then your lie is a big lie. The only thing I'm thinking about when you're thinking about the yellow, the bread and butter issue should be about the yellow machines that they brought into the country. That I think I'm gonna be looking up to. Whether your E, all you should appreciate them for bringing yellow machine into the country. This is so sad. There's the least of the president to say. As a leader, your people expect something more than that. Like other people may say, the president's son is so challenged. You can't be saying this kind of thing. Let's get to Edmond Carr. Carl, let's get to you. Then we go home. Edmond Carr is on the line. Let's get to Edmond Carr.
Yeah, thank you, Konto. Let me say hi to Masale and Ori. The country is just frustrating, because the way in which the leader will come up and speak to its citizen, it will give the citizens some hope, But when the ministers, the senators that support the very president plus himself will be dashing the hope of the Liberian people on a daily basis, especially their supporter, because we knew who he was, and he proving that he always shared blame. He's talking about machine. The machine gonna eat, and more problem is adding on now as we speak. Look at the issue that Masale was talking about when they look at every issue that was affecting the war and making it to appear as if the government was incompetent to perform.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you follow international wire, it's scary. Other countries are now making adjustment and telling their country that, okay, we have something that can carry off for 3 weeks. We have something that can carry off for 30 days.
Yeah, in the mix
so
of
we
the
pray that they war in. Yeah. We pray that they war in. We in a period of 30 days, we still have something. But after the 30 days, then the war doesn't end. So we're happy. But the war started today, Friday, as of yesterday. People started putting fuel on. As we speak, there is no gas to some gas station now. Now, as we speak, do not tell you all what we expect, what do we have, and what's going to happen. But yeah, they come, They throw, they tear all things that we're going. But anyway, this is sometimes when you feel to listen. This is why you got.
Thank you.
We're going to be here for 6 years. Thank you, brother.
Okay. Yeah. So that's just it. That's just it. That's the precedent for us. You know, that's the precedent for us. It's just so sad that, you know, as the head of the home, the children looking up to you in terms of difficulty, but all you can tell them is to, you know, dash some statements on them that will make them to feel so discouraged. So, Mr. President, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of world leaders now that are putting in place measures. They are putting in place mechanisms in the wake of the war that we are seeing that has been experienced, right? Because it will have a trickle-down effect on countries, most especially Liberia as a country that depends solely on the Western world for everything. We don't have people farming here. We are not making rest fund around here, right? And with these things, Liberian looking up to you just to have a cabinet meeting wherein you could make a statement that will save the country. But you dare telling people how that yellow machine they should be looking up to. This is so sad for our country. Like I said earlier on, that's the precedent for us, that Liberia for us. Let's cross over to Solomon Eminin Bakari. I think Ali has left us already. But Solomon Bakari, let's get you and we go home.
Thank you very much. Many thanks to our caller. Look, again, I always said the situation here between the Democrats and the Republicans, that's the same thing that going on in Liberia. Looking at President Weah, every good thing that President Weah did or is doing, they criticize and what have you. The same thing with Donald Trump here. But other people that appreciate Donald Trump from even though there are a lot of people here that supporting. I'm saying this to say that what the Democrat always criticizes, those are the same thing that when somebody doing it, they criticize it. But when they do it, then they say that is good. And that's what we are seeing in the country. I told you guys, and I'm going to end here, that I did not become part of the voting process or encouraging anybody to vote for President Wakai because he cannot resolute problem. Now, one of the things, and I'm going to stay up there, one of the time President Wakai opens, make a statement, it is to divide people, it is to cause chaos. Okay, for example, God is not making land anymore, and then they're taking people's land. There's no way to talk to the people, even if God is not making land anymore. So those are some of the things. We are in it, and all we need to do is to make sure to encourage our Liberian people so that at least there can be hope and they can take Liberia in their own hands the best way possible. Thank you very much for this edition of Issue in the Society.
Thank you so much, Solomon Bakari, as well for the time. Well, folks, this is how we go home on today's edition of the program. We are actually taking our usual weekend break. Monday, by the special grace of God, we'll be here. So I'd like to say many thanks to those of you who call to make your own contributions on issues we talk about here on today. For every one of you who follow us via our social media platforms, we say thanks to every one of you. Morning, like I said, by the grace of God, we'll be here. And so a special thanks to my camera lady here, Lodina Elliott. The woman making sure that, you know, the camera is well set. So the woman's on camera.
Very well.
Yeah, Lodina, she did extremely well. Yeah, so we'll be featuring her. She's our camera lady here, and she did extremely well today. So I'm Stephen Compton. We are taking our usual weekend break. Coming up next is the program, King's Local Daily with Sam Andrews. Do have yourself a blessed weekend.
The freedom fighter, you killing our children.